Masih quest archon ya teman-teman, gas.
Time to go.
Excuse me, did you happen to...
You mean the village keepers? Oh, when I was eating dinner the other day, I saw one of them by the side of the road.
Okay.
Anything else?
The scholars that have gone missing. Have you...
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes. You look...
Don't change the subject.
Right. You were asking about the the mad scholars. I think it's been a few days since I left, but honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though...
Do you also think Grandpa and the others are good...
Grandpa? Oh, hello there. It's little Isak. You mean... He was actually the one who protected my house. I saw it with my own eyes. It still feels pretty surreal now that I think back on it. Well, whatever the case, I'll always...
Gotcha.
Thank you. Ke kiri cuy. Di bawah ya.
Sir, have you seen my grandpa recently?
Oh, well, if it isn't Isak. The last time I saw him, he was pacing out by the road as usual. And speaking of my wife, she...
Oh, thank you.
It was nothing. You're looking for him, right?
Yeah.
That's no good. Well, what? I've known you since you were very young.
Wow, what an... Okay.
Huh? Don't say anything for now. Let's head over there.
Raja Tanah Merah dan Tiga Peziarah ya teman-teman. Gaskan aja ya, gas.
Join the Aramites and embrace a wonderful new life.
It's okay. Don't worry.
Untung punya ini cuy.
Listen, see if you can make...
Have you heard? The mighty Scarlet King, the sovereign of our faith, will soon return to...
Yes, of course I have. The Scarlet King is the one and only true ruler still. You say he's coming back, but...
Haven't you noticed? The village has been getting more deranged scholars than ever. Delavar was saying that many people also went insane just before the fall of the Scarlet King's civilization in ancient times. Isn't it a sign of the Scarlet King's power that all the mad scholars have disappeared? If you ask me, they must have been chosen as the final sacrifice for the Scarlet King's resurrection.
Huh. Now that you say it, that does make some sense.
Exactly. Those city folks will get...
Now, repeat everything you've just said from the very beginning.
Huh?
Who are you?
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
Anjir yang ngancem cuy.
Yeah. Bro, this guy's something else.
Let's not get on his bad side, okay?
Oh, okay, good sir. What is it you would like to know?
Tell me about the Scarlet King.
Well, I only know a few things from hearsay. I went for a drink the other day and heard others talking about a rumor that the madmen will disappear, and that the Scarlet King will...
Hey, go on.
It's true. It's all true, sir. We desert folk have had more than enough of those people. Would you want to live like this if you were in our place? The Radic Delavar also said that once the Scarlet...
Is that so?
Seems like he still wants to know...
Got it! At first, please don't beat me up just for mentioning these rumors.
The people here really like the Scarlet King, but
Where is this radical person you talked about?
I haven't run into him over the past few days, so he...
No, not at all.
Sounds like you're not too close with the radical.
No, of course not.
I have many ways to stop you from talking. So you'd best just stay home and hope don't do anything.
Yes, got it.
Yes, got it.
That scared Paimon half to death. Sino is pretty terrible. He didn't try to reassure us at all.
I heard that.
Sorry.
It's part of being a Matra. The rumor we heard just now seems like a strong lead. Very well.
Isak!
I'm here.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take you there. Grandpa?
Ngapain
he likes
muter-muter
to be
gini aja?
alone. Sometimes he stares at the sky in a daze, and other times he just pokes at the ground with his fingers. Every now and then, he yells out at the top of his lungs, so a lot of people are really scared of him. But he's a good person, really. I know he is. I swear, he's just like my real grandpa.
Astagfirullah. Terus deket, Cuk. Masa harus deket kan
This
aneh.
is where Grandpa usually stays.
There sure isn't much here.
No.
Tidak.
Incense? Please don't spit. Are you okay? Are you getting...
There's a scent that you can sense, but I can't.
A certain traveler here once passed out from that smell. Thankfully, Tainari saved the day.
So, you know Tainari?
Yoi.
You know him too? Are you...
Yes. Now that I concentrate.
Wait, surely Tainari didn't lecture...
No. No need. Did you first encounter this scent at Tainari? In the forest.
Kayaknya ini cuy, dibakar cuy kayaknya. Kan bila semua tercipta, hampa harus ku merasa dan cinta yang tersisa.
Here it is.
Tanpa hidup
Take a look right here.
terasa.
Paimon doesn't...
Although the traces have been completely buried in the sand, there are footprints the size and shape. They belong to an adult male. This pattern in the scent is quite faint.
But who would come looking for Grandpa?
We'd have to ask whoever lured him away with the incense.
Huh? So you can lure someone away with just a scent? Hey, what's wrong with liking good...
Exactly. Most scholars, even deep within the clutches of madness,
No,
So, someone's taking advantage of their weakness? Are the rumors really true? Could the disappearance of all...
it's highly likely.
please, you have to save my grandpa.
Sounds like we'd better help get him back. Don't you worry, Isak. We won't let whoever took him get away with it.
Let's head to Aru village and inform Candace and the others about what we learned here. After.
Our bond is strong.
Di atas, Cuk. Ngapain gua nggak teleport ya? Ini kan cepet, Cok.
Right. The darker fabric definitely looks a lot better.
We're back, Candace! We've got a lot to tell.
Welcome back. Sounds like
Oh, Dia's here too!
You bet. So,
Reasonably.
I'll hate them.
We haven't seen him at all.
Huh. I saw him around the... Did you find out anything useful? I see. So... The resurrection of the Scarlet King? First I've heard of it. Far as I know, the kind of incense you just mentioned is
Nahida
only
sih.
popular beyond the wall.
Kerjanya Nahida, cuy.
Scholars are fond of it, but as you can see, there aren't many. Not to mention making incense is a labor-intensive. It seems someone from beyond the wall.
Makes sense.
So what should we...
If it was any other day, that would be your next. Didn't you say that the villager got his news from the tavern?
If Paimon remembers correctly...
Ah, yeah. Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, Enger. These guys have one thing in common, and that's being broke. The rougher life gets, the more they want to believe in the Scarlet King. Way they see it, the Scarlet King's resurrection. Throwing all of Sumeru into chaos is the only way to change the way of life.
Tia! You're amazing!
No merc can afford to slack off.
Let's head out.
Now hold on, you're staying.
Why?
Aru Village is not a big place. Outsiders stand out here like the desert is unforgiving. So the way of life, compared to you, mercs like me are just third-rate amateurs. I've got no actual fighting skill. I need to go around and ask some questions.
Fine.
Good, then we've got a plan. The Traveler and Paimon will go to Caravan Rebot with...
All right, sounds like a plan.
Balik lagi, Cuk. Gimana coba?
Well, here we are again.
Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
Paimon's amazed every time we see the wall of Samiel.
I know what you mean. I had the same question every time I walked. Also, why is this high wall here? And can a wall really block sandstorms? It was only after I grew up that I realized the wall of Samiel isn't just there to keep out the
Orang-orang
sandstorms.
seperti kami.
It serves them. Sumeru is run by wise and mighty sages. To them, us desert dwellers are nothing but tools that can be used and discarded at their whim. We're cheap labor, like livestock, but easier to control. Nothing more. Even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. The academia believes we're underserving. Geniuses like Sataria are one in a million. The other children never get a single chance to try and rewrite their fate. Even though
That's terrible.
I would tear down this wall with my own hands if I could.
Hey, Dia,
No, not at all. Besides, we're here to
yep, we gotta...
Shh! Caravan Rebot is crawling with people, so be careful what you say. Our mission started the moment we arrived here. Let's go check out the tavern, maybe...
Ya, Catherine lagi.
Just our luck. None of them are here today.
You mean, you don't see any?
Dia, is that you?
Bukan
What a
ya.
coincidence. You here for a drink too?
Zaki. Finally.
Oh, finally.
And who do you have with you here? Guests from another land? Hello, hello. I'm Zaki. Dia.
We've had drinks together a few times. You could say... Anyway, as far as my friends here,
Absolutely. Much.
yeah, Have you seen Edgar?
Of course I have. Matter of fact...
I've got a spice trading deal from another nation.
Ah, how thoughtful of you.
Hey, keep it down. Let's just say I prefer to keep this deal a secret.
Yes, how considerate.
Jalan kaki aja cuy.
Time to go. Time to go.
Dan bila semua tercipta, hampa
we there
harus
yet?
ku merasa
This
This place
cinta
is
yang
practically deserted.
tersisa
What are they doing in a place like this?
tanpa hidup terasa. Musuh semua.
Why don't you take a guess? Go
Oh,
on. Oh,
lah. Ngajak gelut?
It's an ambush!
Ya cuma kroco-kroco mah. Sambil merem
What's this
anjir.
all about, Zaki?
come on, Dia. Not only do I...
So, you've been watching us from the...
Uh-oh. Paimon knew leaving Sino behind was a mistake!
And you left the strongest one in the village, didn't you? Who do you think you are? You really thought we'd fall...
So you and Delavar have been partners...
Dia, I guess it's only natural for a traveling mercenary like you to be out of the loop. Those of us who hang around, but you got one thing right. We're all looking forward to an uprising in Sumeru.
If that's the case, then I'm sure Delavar wouldn't...
I'll be honest with you. If it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue about the Wall of Samiel would have convinced me that you're one of us.
Delavar. And Edgar, you're here too, huh?
Long time no see, Miss Mercenary. You should have known the traitors are what us
Dia, I thought that you, a fellow desert dweller, would understand that the Scarlet King is greater than the Dendro Archon. Little did I know, you don't deserve to join us.
Yeah, gee, what a missed opportunity.
See? There you have it. Mercenaries are just a bunch of faithless scum with only one thing on their minds. Mora. Pathetic.
You're not wrong. Mercenaries are driven by Mora, and my faith lies with whoever's paying me. As long as there's a profit...
Enough talking! Get him!
Yang gelut siapa?
Just as I expected. Let's teach him a lesson, traveler.
Following orders.
Scatter! Into the wind. Clouds high. The birds call.
Ya baru ulti udah mati. Kroco-kroco cuy.
Impossible!
So, what do you think about your meticulous network now, Zaki? How did you say it? It's only natural for a traveling mercenary. I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just an incompetent merc with no real fighting skills, correct? I mean, that is what I said after all. And of course you would believe everything he reported. Even though you heard we went to handle monsters together, you believed that Candace was the only one doing that so-called Flame Mane is just a fraud. That's what you thought, right?
You lied!
And you were stupid enough to fall for it. I figured as much the first time we drank together. You all thought you were so smart. Okay, that...
Whoa! So you've been planning this since we were in Aru...
No task can be done without preparation. I just happened...
Oh, but instead of...
Those two who were snooping around were just a couple...
Oh, you mean the funny...
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Edgar and Delavar like to talk themselves. Alcohol has a way of making people share what they really think. So Edgar and Delavar are always rambling in the tavern about how the...
What about Zaki?
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find Delavar. That's what you wanted to ask when we were at...
Wait, so he...
No, he isn't. I just needed to tack on a
Wow, what a G...
Ah, you're too kind. It was straight from...
So, that thing you...
About what?
About how mercenaries only...
Does that bother you? What makes you so sure?
Dia, do you dislike the den...
You two are pretty sharp. No,
I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon. I've heard a lot of nice things. Dunyarzad's just an ordinary person. I've begun to realize that but I see through it all.
Dear.
Anyway, looks like we're done with business.
Wow.
This
Balik
should be
lagi.
all of them. I'll let you take it. All right.
Candace, do you need any?
Candace will be okay on her own. I trust. She's been guarding Aru village for quite some time now.
While I'm questioning them, why don't you pass some time by?
I'll meet you back here tomorrow morning, traveler. As for these idiots...
Oke. Jam 6 ya. Tek 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 tek. Anak ayam tinggal separuh.
Hey, Dia.
Right on time. We'll know any...
Paimon's been wondering.
We've known each other for some time.
Oh, Paimon knows what you mean.
Yep, I guess you can put it that. Us mercs, on the other hand?
Well, Paimon thinks you're great.
Really?
Oh, Sino's here, and he's pretty.
Yes, I was here yesterday to help out a little.
To help out? By doing what?
Sharing some interrogation technique.
Oh, you mean you taught Candace some more
Right.
Come on in, everyone.
Come on, let's go inside.
Candace, where? Whoa, you look furious.
Do I?
Oh, there's no mask that can hide true bloodlust. Cover up your eyes, and it'll still show itself at the corners of your mouth.
Perhaps I need to work on my composure. Still, it's perfectly understandable why I'm angry.
Yes, ma'am.
Please, don't beat us anymore.
Well, looks like Sino taught her well.
You fear death yourselves. Yet you do not hesitate to place the lives of others. The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the village keepers. They are vital members of our community. You come here, to my village, and you treat my people as nothing more than stepping stones toward—
Mercy!
You've made your bed.
We may both be desert dwellers, but there is one thing that I understand better than you. The people of Aru village care little about which god is in power. A war would only cause us to lose all that we have.
We understand. I'll tell you everything I know. Please, just
Ini
let
jangan
us
minta maaf.
go.
I'm listening.
You might not believe this, but it wasn't us who came up with this idea. Some mystery man told us that mad scholars will make the perfect sacrifice to—
They're called village keepers. Slip up again.
Yes, sorry. It was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread word about the Scarlet King's resurrection and talked us into helping him. In return, he said he'll help— I'm not sure.
That's one.
Huh? One what?
Strike. You get a total of 3. Then, you die.
Wait, I'm telling the truth. We don't know anything.
2.
He got us to lure them out of their houses in the night with some kind of incense. We took them to a junction outside the village. Then the mystery guy takes them from— You gotta believe me, please. I'm telling the truth.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you his name. That guy.
I believe I may know what's going—
Uncle Anpu.
Apa itu?
Smooth.
Anjir sampai goyang kameranya cuy.
Okay, speak.
If my suspicions are correct, this mystery man they speak of... Some time ago, people from the academia attempted to... It strikes me now that this secretive character...
Which means it's highly likely that the academia... They were the one...
Not the academia again.
Just as I thought. But what could they want with the village?
People are nothing but tools in the eyes of the academia. Regardless, our top priority now is located...
You're right. Isak is still waiting for news on his grandpa.
Time to go. Let's leave the village and try to
Yes. Pack up and get ready to leave.
You got it. Candace, I'll let you deal with the radicals.
All right.
Let's meet back here once everyone...
Oke, lanjut. Wah, ayo gelut lah, cuk.
Some food in us and now... Whoa! Where did you come from?
Well, as you can see, I am merely sitting here and review.
You were gone for ages! And now you're suddenly... Hey, what's with the silence?
You never think things through before asking questions. I'm...
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an there's just nothing super obvious to pick...
Well, you've heard nothing to suggest... Anyway, you plan to...
Yep. We're not gonna find out any... Enough with the silent treatment!
No. I'm just surprised that you decided to team up.
All Hatham, you haven't helped us out at all ever since we arrived at Aru village.
Yeah, you're all...
While you were investigating, I had my own...
Really?
To be honest, we aren't really... It's not to mention that going separate ways allowed...
Allowed?
Huh? Right here in the...
Correct.
What did you learn?
I'm going to take you to someone. But,
What does that mean?
how do you think the residents of Aru village feel about what we're doing? In other words, do you truly believe every single word?
You mean, some of them like...
Hiding the truth does not necessarily... Remember what Candace said? Most people, by contrast, the perils of their daily lives are ever-present concerns. They won't simply share everything. Glad you're following along. Among those you have talked to, there's someone who was the reason being,
Those eyes. Those fierce eyes.
Don't change the subject.
It's quite obvious that she's intimidated by Sino's authority.
Right. You were asking about the
She corrected herself mid-sentence because she's aware that there are Scarlet King fanatics in the village. If she sounds too friendly towards the village keepers, she could eat...
I think it's been a few days since I last saw them. I usually go to bed pretty early, so...
Remember? She made a point of denying her involvement in anything that occurs at night.
But honestly, I feel quite sympathetic towards them. Even though they act a little strange, they've...
After speaking to the village chief, it became clear that the village keepers had protected Aru village at night. In other words, the young man...
Then, why would she
By getting involved with an outsider, she risks drawing unwanted attention to herself.
I'll pass on this one. You said that she is afraid of me.
We're on it!
Time to go. One with nature.
Lebih tinggi, cuk. Ah, di rumah. Oh, rumah cewek
Miss
tadi ya.
Shawnee, as we discussed earlier,
Mr. Alhaitham, I'm aware of where you stand, but...
Huh? What do you mean?
go ahead and talk to her. Go on.
Is it really that simple?
May I call you Traveler?
Traveler?
Hi, Traveler. I want to ask you something. Do you think the resurrection of the Scarlet King can truly change Sumeru for the better? Why is that? That's very similar to what Miss Candace says. I know you two are friends. That's why I'm willing to talk to you. Before, I wouldn't even have the courage to ask some Traveler. Do you believe our lives will get better?
Ya, tentu.
Yeah, we came here from another nation, but even so, we've met lots of people from... We have friends in Sumeru, and we want to help.
I want to trust you. My apologies for posing my questions like that.
Alhaitham told us you have your reasons.
The fact is that some believe in the Dendro Archon, while others...
Speaking of which, the radicals mentioned that they...
Yeah. Slowly, I just stopped talking to people. And then it happened. The village...
You can tell them. I'm sure he'll keep you.
All right. I actually have a sharper sense of hearing.
There are ghosts?
Perhaps. I'm not sure. It used to be louder and more frequent.
I confirmed this with the guards on night duty. But, because we're in the middle of a desert, you would rather believe that they are the cries of...
There's really nothing around these...
I think they used to use it for treating Eleazar.
Yeah, let's go.
Jauh banget lagi, Cuk.
Time to go. Follow the wind.
Follow the winds. Oh, banyak musuh ya. Keren sekali.
Sounds good to me.
By royal decree.
The wind knows me. Propagate! One with nature. Fateful offering.
Jauh banget, Cuk.
Is this the place? It's in terrible shape. And there's sand everywhere.
Empty and forgotten. An ideal place to hide people.
Monsters! Watch out!
Midnight Phantasmagoria!
Spring forth!
Out of my way! Stand with me!
Hampir aja.
Wind strike!
Ya,
They were easier to deal with than Paimon. Super strong bit. He looks super serious. We gotta stay on our A game too.
This is the one.
the one and only. Dengan sentuhan doang ya?
Let's go in and take a look.
Hmm.
Hey, I hate them.
Patience. Shawnee says she only hears the crying at night. We have time to burn. Until then, I'm taking a break.
And just like that, he sits down.
Okay, sure.
Baca Ike Kimo. Ica Paradis.
Oh, Paimon gives up. You keep reading your book. See ya. How is he so relaxed? Look at him, reading an impossible book in a creepy place like this. Hey, what good is that gonna do for you? You're acting like one of those annoying grown-ups who go, hey, what gives? Shouldn't you be the one thank you for working so hard and earning so much. Thank you.
Yeay, ini slam ya ternyata dalamnya ya. Aku baru nggak, Cok. Itu bisa kedip loh. Walah.
Paimon's getting so sleepy.
Suara apa?
Huh? What was that sound?
Suapa. Primojem ini. Suapa.
There it is.
Huh?
It's coming from that direction.
Let's go. Come on.
Is the sound coming from here? Huh. Paimon's
Ini serem banget ya.
It's from below.
But there's no...
Something is off about the interior here.
Wow.
As I thought. There's a hidden...
Wow. It's like they tucked in the... Oh, it looks like there are other mechanisms.
Gas. Ini puzzle cuy. Kita kan memecahkan puzzle. Anjir, ada kubis ya di dalam. Kalau ini kita bunuh dulu teman-teman. Oh, ada kunci ya. Hehehe. Gunakan sebuah kunci, teman-teman. Oh, nggak bisa ya, teman-teman? Nggak bisa, cuy.
By royal decree.
Mekanismenya di mana, cuy ini? Pakai dendro nggak bisa ya?
Propagate.
Gak bisa cuy. Kita cari mekanismenya ya di luar kayaknya cuy. Ini udah nggak ada apa-apa. Nah kan. Ayo burung sama burung. Baru di Sruil. Blast Sruilnya habis.
Wind strike.
Tapi nggak ada material apa-apa ya. Susah cuy naiknya cuy. Kalau nggak terbang. Untuk kita punya kazu ya. Satu. Dua di situ. Tiganya di mana? Ada, oh di sono ya toh. Tapi di bawah ada sesuatu teman-teman. Jangan diambil. Nanti aja ya. Kurang satu teman-teman. Di bawah kah? Bukan cuy. Ke sono bener gak? Keluar ya? Enggak. Masih perbatasan cuy. Gak ada petunjuk anjir. Oh no dia, sorry teman-teman. Mana musuhnya?
Dissipate.
Into the wind. Clouds high. The birds call.
I'll settle this.
Propagate. The wind knows me. Germinate. Scatter.
Hah? Ke lantai bawah rumah sakit. Aneh, teman-teman. Ini rumah sakit. Wow, kebuka ya. Wow. Makanan cuy. Gas ke ini apa? Oh, ini bekas rumah sakit ya teman-teman. Wow.
Look, there's someone. Good idea. Let's approach him.
Dia ngapain sendiri ya?
Wait. You're...
He can't speak, and his eyes are unfocused. Also, why is he the only one?
Didn't expect to see him here.
You know him?
He's Rezak, a senior of mine at the academy.
He's a scholar too? Is he the kind?
No. And that's the problem. Rezak was never involved in any of those things. He never trained in the forest. Leaving that question aside for the moment, looks like they've already taken everyone away. For whatever reason, they left Rezak here. There are drag marks on the ground. They're clearer by the doorway. Someone was forcefully drawing a...
Loaded with...
That is one possibility. It looks like they were in a hurry. The symptoms are identical.
Huh?
Allow me to jog your memory. Recall your time. Don't you think his symptoms look familiar?
Oh, now that...
Correct. The Academia... It isn't difficult to deduce their rationale. First, the Academia spread a false rumor of the Scarlet King. These rumors were all the persuasion that the Radicals needed, and those, as well as being able to exploit the Radicals for their own ends. Life for the Desert Dwellers has been brutal ever since that many would give everything they have for the prospect of something better. Even if complications arise, people will see that those involved are all followers of the Scarlet King, and the notion of an Academia plot wouldn't even cross their minds.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense, but there's still one very important question.
Throughout this process, one thing has changed. The scholars' identity. First, they were scholars. Then, they became lunatics. After that, they were exiled. An exile is still patently a living, breathing. If you can't find someone, you have no way of...
Resource?
One possibility is that the information in the...
Extracted?
With the technology of the Sumeru Academy, perhaps the process caused them great suffering, which is why...
So, the human brain...
I'm the Academia scribe, after all. Anyway, judging by Rezak's state, that... Or perhaps, his curiosity got the...
Hyman's a little
The look on your face tells me you've realized the answer. That's right. To some scholars, however, the Academia is going out of their... I've spent quite some time trying to...
You mean you're not even slight...
All scholars seek to expand the... Extracting information from...
Sounds like you're really against all...
Of course. Whether it be academics or knowledge, this matter needs to be corrected.
Wait, didn't you step in?
Not to be callous, but no. There is no shortage of suffering in Sumeru, and this...
Probably not.
You can say that. Simply put, the Divine Knowledge Capsule is something
Hyman's been wanting to say this for a while.
Though I must say, uniqueness is also an...
Wow, that's a great...
I'm just a more likable person than her. He won't last long if we leave him here. We'll work out our next step after...
Kita nggak punya kuncinya, teman-teman. Kita keliling dulu ya. Siapa tahu ada kunci, teman-teman. Wah, kan bener dapat kunci, teman-teman. Di dalamnya apa ya? Penasaran gua, cuy. Gaskan. Oh, ini baru lagi. Mangkuk hakim. Sebelum waktuku pergi, bila indah semua, walau terakhir cinta, kau hatiku.
We're back!
Kami sudah
You must be tired.
kembali.
What's the situation?
Unfortunately, somebody who's too young to take on the role of Isak's grandfather.
Wow.
So, at one point in time,
Yep, pretty much.
their plan must have been implemented at some point before we arrived at Aru village. Since Divine can't annul it yet, they fled once we were headed to the village. Almost as if they knew we were on their trail. Why is that?
Yeah, why is that?
We may have a mole in our midst. One of us could be secretly revealing our way.
Huh? Are our friend...
Looks like none of you have realized. We're in Sino. You're the
Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
Choose your next words very carefully.
It is simply a logical inference.
So what you're saying is interesting. And here I thought you were the most suspicious.
I know. You have a point. But I realized something as we were returning from the hospital. Sino isn't...
What are you trying to say?
Do you still remember who you are, General Maham? As a Matra, you are no doubt privy to certain kinds of information. Simply put, the academia has traditionally allowed you access to a wealth of sensitive information. If you want to raise a vicious wolf, you need to make...
The academia is...
It's not that simple. The academia has eyes all over Sumeru, but they have every so often comes a Nyagarbaha day. I remember seeing the thick notebook next to the...
You're saying that the academia entered... But what's the point in doing that?
The Akasha is capable of computation. The Akasha's algorithms are entirely capable of predicting your movements using the data entered. When you would depart, the route you would follow.
It predicted my every move.
The academia has been watching you longer than you think.
So that's how it is. Sino adheres to his principles so strongly that he's actually a tenacity of will and steadfast faith are worthless to the academia. They need scholars who are easily pliable. Sino, don't take it to heart. This just...
They escaped because...
Don't blame yourself. It's not like any of us would have known.
I have an idea. If they predicted my movements, then I might be able to guess where they went.
Whoa, you bounced back fast.
There is always an opportunity for safety after danger.
Oh, so that's how it is! If the academia is trying to avoid Sino, then the safest Yep, that's right!
They'll want to proceed in the direction opposite of where I'm going.
Iya, ini diawasi semua, teman.
There's also something I want to investigate.
Let's go, guys!
Please, wait! I want to go
Ya
too!
ampun. Udah mandi dulu, Isa.
You want to go too? If so...
I want to find Grandpa.
Everyone, I leave him in your hands.
Yay! Let's go! Paimon feels like we're missing.
Kenapa tiba-tiba ngikut, Cuk?
Time to go.
Oh, keren di sini, teman-teman. Lah, ngapain ke bawah? Wah, ini keren banget, teman-teman. Itu bocil yang tadi ya. Wow.
So, where do we go from here?
Yes. After leaving the village, we should head straight toward the desert.
Ikuti Chino.
I know the desert like the back of my hand.
Is that because you
Oh,
played
tadi domain ya, teman-teman.
Yep. One time, Grandpa almost got lost in the desert, but I was the one who brought him back.
Oh, ada
There's something
yang
here.
jatuh apa?
What's this?
What this?
It's buried in the sand.
And Paimon thought running around everywhere was already enough work. Okay.
These are likely fragments of an academia-developed device, something that looks like there were more than one village keeper. Let's split up and search the area.
Ya, kita cari tahu, teman-teman. Ya, kenapa nggak kita cari? Ini dipercepat, kayaknya udah mau kelar ya.
This is definitely a device used to extract a...
How did it end up buried in the sand? They must have been attacked a...
Wait, what?
What?
Grandpa, I hope you're okay.
Don't worry, your grandpa's gonna be fine.
Razak didn't display any signs.
We should be able to catch...
One more thing. I believe the attack must have happened prior to the sandstorm.
Let's keep going. They can't have gone.
Gaskan. Oh, dan bila semua tercipta, tanpa harus ku merasa,
aren't you, Paimon?
dan cinta yang tersisa tanpa hidup terasa. Ini kayaknya di atas ya, teman-teman. Karena nggak ada tweak-tweak, cuy. Ya, di atas, cuy.
Voices, over there. Don't get any closer. They'll notice us.
Wow.
Dia's talking with the Eremites? Very interesting. Let's listen.
If you had informed me sooner, there'd be plenty of room for us to...
You're one of us. We would never lie.
Scholars. You don't know as much as I do.
I knew it. That's...
Dia? Why would you... Dia!
Ya ampun, bocil.
Hey, what are you doing?
Huh?
Aduh.
Didn't you say you'd help me find Grandpa?
Well, look who's here. Ain't that?
This complicates things.
You've betrayed Aru village.
So, this is the great General Dear, you'd be better off as my assistant than hanging around with this motley crew.
I'm not the type that's easily swayed, Rahman. You of all people should know that.
Wait, what's going on, Dia? Whose side are you on here?
Shut it, Paimon.
It doesn't matter. Whichever side you pick, nothing could deter us from the grand mission of resurrecting the Scarlet King. What?
Face the facts, Rahman. It's not gonna happen. You should understand that more than anyone.
I'm a desert dweller and a proud follower of the Scarlet King. Whether I live by the edge of the sword or in peaceful comfort.
It's not too late yet. The village Mad scholars aren't gonna bring the Scarlet King back.
You don't understand, my dear lady. Pursuing our faith is our purpose in life.
Even if it'll expose you to the academia? Even if they end up—
Yes. We've waited a long time for this day to come. With these scholars in our custody, we'll stop—
Ridiculous. Think about it. If you still don't believe me, then try asking these two men. They're all—
They look more like pawns of the academia to me. Filthy traitors.
It's impossible to Perhaps we should.
Do you really believe that by kidnapping the scholars, you'll be able to negotiate with the academia? These people have no value as bargaining chips. But I could be persuaded to take their place. These scholars were exiled from the academia. I, on the other hand—
Wait, you can't be serious.
So, you want to trade places with the hostages?
Precisely. Any wise—
What are you thinking? What if they decide to kill you instead?
Well, that would be bad luck for me. However, I'd get the chance to observe the scholars. Perhaps even find out the truth.
Think you can talk me over with that
I'm not trying to persuade you.
You were the scribe.
Not all desert dwellers believe in the Scarlet.
You academia scum. Every last one of you is nothing but a hypocrite, just like everyone else on the other side of that wall.
Not so fast. I'll hate them. Do you stand by everything you just said?
I never—
You know you're making a dangerous decision.
I do.
Good. Rahman, hear me out. These people are my friends. Maybe you can't—
We've known each other for years.
In that case, I'm willing to vouch for their— Come on, Rahman, don't be a coward.
An arm from the— What if you refuse to oblige? What should I do then? No one's a fool here, Dia. We're merc.
You're not wrong, but this is different. I promised my friends that we—
Let's do it right here then. Give me your right arm as proof of your resolve.
Don't listen to him! He's not even trying to—
That's fine.
Are you crazy?
We came here to save lives. One arm for that many people is still a pretty good deal, if you ask me. Rahman, I'm holding up my end of the deal here.
Sure. Go ahead and cut off her right arm.
No! Dia! What are you gonna do? Think of something!
You don't have to go this far.
That's not for you to decide.
Ini tangan besi loh.
Do it!
Dia! Run!
Mental lah. Kayak Zoro ya.
Stop!
Wis.
What's wrong? Can't—
Flame Mane, you and I are both desert folk. Cutting off your arm is no different than cutting off my own. You've shown me that you're serious. Go on now, take your friends and leave. Meet me in the desert at noon.
Wow.
I was really counting on him not going through.
That was crazy. Have you all lost your mind?
Then I just have to hold my claymore with my left arm.
Claymore dengan.
Okay, I'm sorry. But sometimes when you're out on a limb...
Don't ever make a promise like that again. I can deal with the likes of... If it came down to it, you would not lose to them either.
I don't doubt it, Sino. But this is about more than me and them. There's a lot... Even if we got rid of one bunch of radicals, there are others out there. What?
I'm sorry, Dia. I should have stayed put and listened.
It's okay. I promised you I'd help find your grandpa.
Whatever it takes? You just might be scholar.
Huh? Are you serious?
The Eremites once said that I was a lunatic. Perhaps a little madness is essential to be successful in research.
Why does it feel like he's using his praise for me as an excuse to brag about himself? Okay, let's get moving.
Ya memang seperti itu, jadi seakan-akan kita kenal banget ya, padahal nggak tahu dia pengkhianat atau bukan. Masih ada cuy, jam 6 ya. Wow.
You're all here so early.
Looks like we have everyone here. Isak, are you sure you want to come with us?
I'll watch from a safe distance. Dia, I want to be...
Okay, let's...
Dia, wait.
Wait.
What's the matter?
I heard that you were quite reckless yesterday. No more of that today, understood?
Fine.
Ditegur ya. Kok jauh banget, cuk. Gue harus gimana kalau di situ, cuy? Udah, kita gaskan aja ya, gerak cepat, cuy. Gak usah gelut-gelut berarti ya. Ke sini sih. Ya kan? Tapi ke sini dulu atau sini? Sini aja ya. Kalau pinggir aja, teman-teman. Sambil buka teleport ya. Ya ampun. Wow, what is this? Coba gelut sekali-sekali.
Odds revealed. Bond is strong. Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Into the wind. As one with wind and cloud. Wind strike.
Mantap sih.
Brings a smile to my face. The wind knows me.
Wow, ada puzzle, teman-teman. Api ya tapi. Kabur aja cuy. Males.
Time to go.
Anjir, padang pasir beneran dong. Wow.
Follow the wind.
Mana? Di mana akan ku cari? Aku menangis seorang selalu ingin bertemu. Tung tak tung dra 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 turun turun tak dung 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 turun tak dung. Jauh banget teman-teman. Jauh sekali Doraemon. Aku senang sekali Doraemon. Dan bila semua tercipta, hampa harus ku merasa. Dan cinta yang tersisa tanpa hidup terasa. Bagai bintang di surga, berikan seluruh warna dan cahaya nyata. Masih jauh cuk. Berarti kita kesini ya. Ini satu jalur sih. Keren cuy. Sekalian teman-teman buka teleport. Oke. Bagai bintang di surga, berikan seluruh warna dan kasih yang setia. Wih, banyak piramid-piramid ya. Wow.
Time to go.
Ini kayaknya buat itu cuy, buat apa? Asken ya.
Propagate.
Kita coba bunuh teman-teman. Anjir, ini munyuk ngapain ikut campur cuy? Lah nungsep. Nyungsep dong, ngakak. Di atas cuy. Oh, oke, ada itu ya untungnya ya. Jadi kita bisa naik dengan cara mana gak nyampe cok. Nah. Wow, set. Jadi kita sudah santuy. Yoi. Nah, ini kita langsung ke sini aja, teman-teman. Kita ikuti ya, tapi dengan lurus. Kita lurus ke sono ya. Apakah kita mengikuti ini? Sesuai jalur yang telah ditentukan, teman-teman. Ada lagi? Tidak, teman-teman. Ternyata cuma sampai di situ ya. Anjir, keren banget, teman-teman. Fiuk. Terus kemana? Gak ada kanan kiri. Ini apa sih? Gue bingung. Oh, cuma resak sampah. Oh, ada. Oh, dipukul ada itunya, teman-teman. Ada apa? Sesuatu gitu. Wow. Buah yang tumbuh. Nah, ini di mana, teman-teman? Oh, di sini ya kayaknya. Kalau kita ikuti gimana? Kalau di bawah kita nggak usah, cuy. Mana? Oh, di bawah ya. Dia jauh sekali, teman-teman. Jadi kita skip aja. Kita langsung ke atas, cuy. Anjir, tempat yang dijanjikan gokil ya. Oh, bintang di surga, berikan seluruh warna dan kasih yang setia. Bener gak ini cuy? Mana cuk? Di bawah apa di mana? Oh, di belakang. Astagfirullah. Gua ngapain lewat atas ya? Terus nggak ada celurut-celurutan lagi. Kampret cuy. Ngapain gua manjat-manjat ya? Membuang-buang waktu cuy. Kasih, peganglah tanganku dan tatap mataku. Betapa aku mencintaimu. Biarkanlah saat ini sayang, bahwa kau hanya milikku, milikku. Wow, wow. Kasihku, pegang tanganku, maafkan aku. Nah ini dong, begini dong cuy, biar kita bisa nyelurut gitu cuy. Tapi salah jalur ya. Nah ini apa ini?
Propagate.
Nah, ini tinggal, oh jangan kita itu teman-teman, kita jus gitu ya. Nah, oh nggak ada apa-apa cuy. Wow, ini tempat yang dijanjikan. Nah ini ya teman-teman, akhirnya sampai. Oh,
Huh. They got here before us.
Uh-oh. Is it because Paimon overslept by 5 minutes and held everyone up?
Is everything ready?
Absolutely. You brought fewer people than I imagined.
Bring him over.
Grandpa! Why is there only one?
Raman, I've always thought of you as a man of his word.
It's a one-for-one exchange. And let me put it this way. Agreeing to any kind of deal with the Dendro Archon's people is already a huge compliment.
Neng ujung-ujungnya gelut.
You stay right there!
Wow, ada Eren. Claymore bintang berapa itu?
Playmate, what do you think you're doing?
Grandpa!
Don't you see this blade here?
Gemeter ya dia.
You coward! Why are your hands shaking? Wait a second! It's a earthquake!
Oh jebakan ya. Wow. Wih. Dendro. Dia punya
Paimon,
Dia punya itu cuy.
This day's going just...
What a news. The sand dune collapsed. I saw an energy field. The village keeper protected it. It glowed green with dendro. Just like you said. The dendro archon.
Grandpa? Grandpa?
Hey, look around you.
Oh itu Nahida ya.
There used to be a temple here?
Wow.
It seems that when the sand dune collapsed, it exposed these underground. The symbols on the gate belonged to the Scarlet. It could have been an underground palace.
Oh, a miracle. Praise the Scarlet King.
What's he doing here?
They must have fallen down here with us. Pretty lucky if you ask me. Most of them seem in really bad shape, except for him.
Mind your head.
No, this isn't the time for conflict.
Hati-hati
Our
kepalamu.
exalted Lord has shown us the way to his sacred palace.
He's not actually gonna go.
As it happens, I want to take a look inside too.
What are you doing?
Don't you think it's curious? 1 minute, two major deities are vying to showcase their
Paimon thought you weren't interested in.
Indeed. In my view, new discoveries are always worth investigating.
Raman, what are you gonna do about your men?
I'll just let them lay here.
Wow, masuk keruntuhan cuy. Yo, ini yang gue seneng cuy. Masih itu ya. Oke, yo guys. Puzzle gini gue suka, Cok. Yang penting ada api sama es. Api sama es. Apinya kita pakai Bennett.
Gonna be epic.
Esnya Dendro kepake cuy. Esnya taruh. Esnya kita pakai Ayaka cuy, tapi Ayakannya
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
wow. Ntar 1, 2. Ini dipakai siapa ya? Oh, pakai razor cuy, sorry. 3-nya attack-nya pakai ini aja ya. Attack-nya pakai punya ya, dipakai visil cuy. Oke, sip ya.
A pleasure to be working with
Yang penting ada itu aja udah cukup. Ada siapa? Bennett. Kok jadi berteman ya kita?
It's full of life here. This defies comprehension. It looked complete.
Yeah, and there's so many plants. It's so pretty.
Sir Rahman,
Huh?
do you see another Rahman?
Are you mocking me? What do you...
Interpret it however you want. But there's something I'd like to draw your attention to.
Whatever you say.
There's nothing to be angry
Official
about.
lupa gua.
Think of this as an academic journey.
It does seem kind of strange.
What is this?
Yeah. My apologies.
Ini apa? Petunjuknya anjir. Oh, harus sama ya ini kayaknya. Oh, nyala. Yang duduk ya. Yang duduk. Nasib. Yang duduk. Nice. Terus? Oh, di atas aula. Udah kan? Mana atas aulanya, cuy? Ini.
Propagate!
Ah, gua nggak bawa Kazuha lagi ngehe. Kalau Kazuha kan bisa loncat gitu. Udah bener kan? Ini.
Take flight.
Bukan. Sama semua muternya. harus sama ya. Kalau ini muter semua cuy. Oh jadi kalau muter semua, ini kita siniin ya, biar muter semua. Oh jadi tadi nggak sama ya. Nah baru sama. Nah jadi samain duduk semua ya. Tadi nggak sama teman-teman, karena setiap muter beda-beda. Oke? Yang penting duduk semua cuy. Ini apa? Ayo. Nah ini apa? Oh ke bawah cuy. Luas sekali. Nyalakan lift ship. Terus kemana? Yo kita cari tahu. Nah di sini ada musuh cuy. Alah gue nggak pakai itu cuy.
Scatter.
Gak jelas sih. Kita muter-muter dulu teman-teman. Nah, ada sesuatu kan?
Wings of darkness.
Spring forth.
My apologies. So rude. Sakura swirl.
Mencelat ya. Wow. Wow.
Take flight.
Oh ke sini. Wih, shit, man. Terus? Ini ke arah mana gitu loh maksudnya, cuy? Oh ada sesuatu itu. Maksud gue suruh ngapain gitu, cuy?
Teamwork is dreamwork. By royal decree.
Propagate.
Whirling snow.
Anjir, part 3. Kita lihat-lihat dulu teman-teman. Ini yang tadi ya? Gak bisa lah. Nyalakan lift ini apa? Ya ampun. Satu doang lagi ya. Turun. Mati nggak ya? Ini suruh kemana gitu loh cuy? Oh masuk lebih dalam. Nah ada sesuatu kan?
Odds revealed by... Take flight. Yeah. Whirling snow.
Scatter. As you wish, main Fräulein.
Insubordination.
Gak cocok sih, tapi ngapain gue pakai elektro ya? Apa pakai es? Padahal nggak ada puzzle yang wajib es ya. Berarti cuma menggertak ya. Ya gue belum baca lagi, main klik-klik aja. Setelah 6 hari menyusup ke kuil, aku akhirnya mengerti trik ruangan para imam. Ke tanah, segeralah naik sebelum Evelata naik lagi untuk mencapai ke puncak. Ada tanah terlarang, manusia tidak boleh lewat. Atau apapun hanyalah. Aku meninggalkan metode ini di sini. Oke. Wah, ini ketinggalan, Cok. Sayang, Cok. Roh Kudus. Apa itu, cuy? Nyalakan lift, langsung naik ya kita. Ya, kok turun? Bukannya ke atas. Oh iya, ke atas tuh teman-teman. Jadi kita langsung naik lagi gitu ya. Nah. Salah, nggak bisa teman-teman. Oh ini. Nah, ke atas itu ya. Jadi kita turun dulu terus nyalakan lift. Mana? Nyalakan lift. Oh nggak ada teman-teman. Nyalakan lift ya. Kalau ini nyalakan ini langsung ke atas ya, berarti ini cuy. Ke atas cuy. Gak bisa cuy. Oke. Kalau kita nyalakan lift lagi, kita ke atas ya. Ke bawah tuh. Jadi kita gak, gue pengen ke atas dulu sih. Biar mantep ya. Up. Nah, kita nyalakan liftnya di sini cuy. Nah, turun kan dia. Up. Nah, pas kita nyalakan lift kan naik nih. Kita langsung naik cuy. Oh, gitu triknya. Kita paham. Halo.
My royal Kami-sato out. Sumetsu. My apologies. Everybody stand back.
Gak enak, gak ada Kazuha teman-teman. Jadi mencar semua ya.
Unthinkable.
Gak ada itu lagi. Gue mau charger attack kena terus ya. Oke, nice. Ada puzzle lagi ya. Sama ya puzzle ya teman-teman. Kita cari tahu lagi. Gak ada. Ini nyalakan lift ya, turun lagi dong. Tutup. Wih, ntar dulu, apa itu? Oh, tutup pintu ini ya kayaknya. Oh. Kalau ini semua kayaknya cuy. Ntar kita selidikin dulu cuy. Nah itu benar. Ini salah. Nah itu betul. Ini ikut nggak? Ikut muter cuy. Kalau ini oke, ikut muter ya. Kalau ini doang tuh kayak gitu. Duduk. Nah itu kayak gitu. Ini muter juga ya dia. Kalau ini dia lagi duduk. Kita coba ini cuy. Ini duduk gak? Duduk. Ini muter juga ya. Itu muter semua anjir. Nah, ini baru stop ya dia. Oke, nyala. Ini nyala. Oh enggak, gerak juga cuy. Itu duduk, ini kan ya. Nah, kita coba. Nyala yang ono. Nyala yang ono. Weh, nah ini baru jadi set. Benar. Oh enggak. Ini muter sendiri ya, teman-teman. Nah. Jadi kita ke sini. Ini gimana? Gak muter yang ini, teman-teman. Apa ini ya? Ini gak mau muter juga. Nah, sip. Muternya cuma satu, teman-teman. Nah, ketutup. Muter juga. Muter semua ya. Oh, tinggal lono cuy. Oh gitu, oke paham. Nah ini kita tutup ya, biar ini muter dua-duanya. Nah, sip. Nah, jadi kuncinya ini cuy, aktifkan itu cuy, apa? Tutup-tutup itu ya. Kalau tadi kita klik bisa berhenti, bisa enggak gitu. Itu muternya otomatis cuy. Oke, kita ke atas ya teman-teman. Enggak. Mas ke atas apa ke bawah lagi? Ya, turun lagi cuy. Ke paling bawah lagi. Yah, salah. Di atas masih ada lift tadi. Gimana sih, pusing gua. Apa kita disuruh turun? Iya kayaknya. Oh iya benar.
The Scarlet King's splendor surrounds us.
There's so much vegetation here. It's different than what I expected.
Sure are a lot of plants for a desert.
That's what I call divine providence of the Scarlet King.
Wow.
I only wish life could be as
Canggih
leisurely as
sekali.
this a little more often. How greedy of me.
Wow. Wow. Gak bisa mencet map teman-teman. Tidak bisa mencet map. Wow, indah sekali Doraemon. Aku sayang sekali.
Wait, what's that?
Gugup.
A load of flowers. And it looks like there's something among...
These are...
They left something behind.
What does it say?
Here lies our faithful priest, cause his wisdom is a miracle among the people.
You can read ancient Scarlet King script?
You
Of
jelas
course.
bisa dong.
Every student needs to master at least 20 languages before they graduate.
He's not serious, right?
There's still something off about this place. The scent of life.
Is this it?
Analyzing.
There seems to be a hidden message among... Excellent. There's a device from the Scarlet King's civilization in this gravesite. I'll transmit the information over...
Isn't sharing knowledge against the academia?
Yes. However, under the circumstances, I'd prefer you to... You'll understand after watching it.
Wow. Aktifkan. Mana? Nah,
Civilization is born of knowledge.
pengetahuan.
But so too can knowledge be its demise.
Penghancur peradaban, oke.
A disaster caught us unaware. It was knowledge that did not belong to this world. The Scarlet King brought this forbidden knowledge into our world, and it quickly spread like a plague. People's minds were filled with crazed whispers. Dark gray scales spread across their bodies. Even the land was stripped of its vigor. Only a desperate, deathly silence remained. Were it not for greater Lord Rukkhadevata from the forests, the damage would have been
Oh,
irreversible.
Nahida ya.
She
Oh.
summoned the priests to build temples and infused into them the divine power of life. The disaster was miraculously tempered, and the embers of our civilization were preserved in Aru village. Alas, the miracle could not last. As long as forbidden knowledge continued to exist, it would forever blight this world.
Ini cakep kalau yang ini Nahidanya cuy.
The proud king of the desert, my eternal lord, chose to sacrifice himself. I have spent my whole life since guarding
Nahida, kita incer.
temples. But now, my duty is
Udah
coming
berakhir.
to an end. As I close my eyes for the final time,
Ini
the
Chino.
sight of that noble deity will appear in my vision once more. In helping the Scarlet King to eradicate forbidden knowledge, she exhausted her strength, and her form became that of a small
anak kecil ya.
How
Oke.
strange. Now that I think of her, I no longer have any fear of death, for I sense that the spirit of life will abide with me during my eternal sleep. Children of the desert, cling no longer to past grievances, but hold tight to the memory of this act of benevolence.
Wow, berarti Nahida ya pahlawannya.
The priest's memories.
No.
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
But this doesn't make any sense.
Was that the former Dendro Archon?
Nahida ya.
You might be distrustful of the Akasha, but there's no reason for you to doubt the Scarlet King's technology. You've just witnessed his priest's last words.
I've never heard about any of the surviving followers of the Scarlet King all gathered in Aru village. Our god did not make mistakes. The Scarlet King's death, the all but total annihilation of our civilization, we saw her as nothing more than a traitor who stabbed us in the back in our moment of crisis. Just like us humans.
You were blinded by your prejudice.
If I hadn't seen this for myself, if I hadn't witnessed, how could I ever begin to accept this? The truth is so far from what I've always known. Am I really supposed to believe?
Raman, that's enough. Give it a rest. You're starting to make a fool of yourself.
Dia, tell me, my Aramites and I, what are we even fighting?
Hey, how you doing?
I'll live. I should probably go.
What's your next move gonna be?
Oh, I know what you're going to ask. But please, give me some time. After everything that's happened here...
It's not gonna be easy.
Well, I guess that's for me to deal with.
When would be a good time for us to go?
Tomorrow. I'll convince everyone that we're all... And I'll return every last...
You seem to finally understand that our true enemy is the sage.
Yes.
Yes.
The gods never gave up on anyone.
That must have been rough, but he seemed...
Ramon's no fool. It's too bad he was held back by his belief in the Scarlet King.
The outcome, at least, is favorable.
We should get going too. Let's head back. Have a...
Kelar dong bro, gue pengen kerja ini udah jam 10 anjir.
We're leaving.
Stop yelling.
Sama ya, satu pengikut. Masih ada.
Off we go.
Ya ada kah? Keluar sih, kita suruh keluar cuy, tapi ini keren banget cuy, kita harus foto. Dah. Oke teman-teman, kayaknya kelar sih. Ini tinggal ngomong dikit-dikit doang paling. Ya ampun, tempat persembunyian. Jangan jauh-jauh, bro. Astagfirullah. Jauh banget, cok. Belum ngeditnya, belum itunya, cok. Ayolah, bro. Oh, di atas ya? Nah, kita ganti siapa? Tadi ya. Enakan pakai Razula cuy, karena bisa ngumpulin musuh gitu. Nah kalau kayak gini kan cepat. Mana lagi? Enggak, gue mau lewat doang, bos. Jangan dirusuin ya. Di atas ya, teman-teman. Ada teleport. Loh, nggak kelihatan, teman-teman. Walah, dia ditutupin oleh itu ya, belum kita buka, teman-teman. Jadi ya udahlah.
Time to go.
Halo, permisi, bos.
Raman,
Everything's been arranged. Someone will bring the village.
I guess all I can say now is...
Don't mention it. But we share a common...
Where are the perpetrators?
I'll bring you to them.
So these are the people who kidnapped the village keepers.
Oh no, it's the scribe!
There's no need to yell. No one...
We've been all over the desert trying to...
That's right.
Diajar Cino kau.
General Mahamatra? No, no.
Whoa. The moment they set eyes on Sino, they turned pale like they've seen a...
You should have known that I would be coming for...
Wait, we were just following orders. You know what I'm talking about, right? There's no...
No, not Sino. He's gonna tear us limb from limb.
I could do worse.
Please have mercy.
Start talking. Otherwise...
So, your superiors have kept you quite busy recently.
They, wanted to...
Don't play dumb. You know what I'm... They extract divine canned knowledge.
I am real...
Well, you better start talking or you'll be so...
You don't want to make things any more difficult for yourself, do ya?
Be my guest.
Yes.
Uh-huh. That sure didn't sound like a fancy...
How did you know?
There's no use hiding it now. Yes, you're right. The Academia is working on an important and potentially world-changing project. It may seem as if Sumeru's academics are thriving. The withering of Irminsul has been getting worse recently. The sages have tried everything they could think of, but nothing's worked. I'm always hearing them say things like...
Continue.
And then, someone from the Fatui showed up. The doctor was previously expelled from the Academia. At first, the sages looked down at him in disdain. But when he said those words, he asked them, "Do you wish to create..."
This is what the arrogant ignorance at the...
First, the Academia spent a long time constructing a divine... After that, they harvested Dream with the doctor's help, and the Akasha now function. Next, they just...
It adds up.
But how do you determine whether the knowledge extracted is of divine origin?
Call it an educated guess? The Academia has been trying to figure... Nobody can explain the cause of this phenomenon. Surely you can see if it's knowledge no mortal can comprehend, then it must be something only gods...
You must have noticed by now. The Academia doesn't care about who their god is. It's the ability to exercise. It is as if they are cursed with a desire for omniscience and omnipotence. Some organisms demonstrate phototaxis, and thus, this is but a form of phototaxis.
Then what does Lesser Lord Kus... Is she not a true god present in this world?
From the beginning, when the Academia first discovered Lesser Lord Kusan, they found that at the time, she possessed no more intelligence than... Not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali... Slowly but surely, people began to...
So...
All right, let's try to keep our cool. If everyone's in a bad mood, Raman, give me a few men to help us escort the village keepers.
Sure. As you would.
Udah terungkap ya, teman. Loh. Quest archon doang ini, cuy.
The village keepers you found have all been returned to their home.
Hey! Say something! Stop spacing out!
Come on, is there nothing left?
Or I can go fetch some snacks.
Oh, Paimon's so
Do you have any plans, traveler?
Gods above, you're not talking about work, are you?
So you were still withholding some information?
Even though we lived through all of this firsthand, it's...
What a whirlwind of a story. I felt like I was holding my breath.
It seems like there'll be more issues to face in the days ahead.
Still, now's a good time to make our next move.
It's time to make a plan.
Indeed. These events...
So, everyone.
Crush the sages and rescue our god. That is our ultimate goal.
Well, let's brainstorm a little more about what...
The next time we gather here,
Gaskan.
we must have a...
Yep, it'll work out.
Akhirnya teman-teman kelar juga quest archon ya. Oh dapat, wow dapat baru teman-teman, konstelasi baru. Yuhu. Oke teman-teman, sekian aja untuk video kali ini. Gua Reza Purnomo. Sampai jumpa di video selanjutnya. See you, goodbye.